Hello drone enthusiasts, does the DJI Avata 2 capture breathtaking footage or are you just throwing your money away? The answer is in this video. I'm sharing all the features you need to know about DJI Avata 2 in an objective way. Following our reviews of the Mavic 3 Pro, Air 3 and Mini 4 Pro, it's now time for Avata 2. A quick reminder before we start, if you are curious about how to professionally create single-shot cinematic footage, you can enroll in my Udemy course with a 75% discount using the code AVATA2 via the link in the description. FCC mode, camera settings, motion blur, color grading, sound effects, export settings, ND filters, route planning and much more. Take advantage of this opportunity now. Let's dive in and review the DJI Avata 2 in detail. The DJI Avata 2 Fly More combo package includes the drone, goggles 3, motion controller 3, 3 batteries, a charging hub and spare propellers. However, the FPV remote controller 3 must be purchased separately. When talking about design differences compared to the Avata 1, the new model has a slightly larger frame. Though both drones are classified as 3-inch, the number of propeller blades has decreased from 5 to 3 to reduce noise. The Avata 1 had a screeching sound that was quite annoying. With the Avata 2 we can say the noise level has almost halved, which is a great feature.
Bro, listen, I just got my hair transplant. Don't you dare crash into my head, okay?
Don't crash into his head. That's all he's asking for.
Another difference is the SD card slot, which is now in a much more accessible location. With the Avata 1, removing the memory card was quite difficult. Unlike the first model, rear camera sensors have been added. But there is a common misconception here, friends. These sensors are not obstacle detection sensors. They only help the drone better measure its distance from the ground and obstacles behind it to stay more stable in the air. So don't rely on these sensors and neglect the rear side. They don't detect obstacles and could cause a crash. Camera features the same 1 to 1.3 CMOS sensor as the Action 4 and Air 3, with an f2.8 aperture and a 155-degree field of view. The previous model had a 1 to 1.7 sensor. With the latest update, we can now shoot 4K at 100 frames per second, as well as 4K at 50 and 60 frames per second, and 2.7K at 120 frames per second. These updates also allows the Goggles 2, Goggles Integra RC Motion 2 and FPV RC2 controllers to connect to the Avata 2. You can also adjust sharpness on the camera. Speaking of the Goggles 3, the design is fantastic. Unlike the Goggles 2, the battery is now directly connected to the goggles, and thanks to the support pad on the front, the weight doesn't rest on your nose, making it very comfortable. If the lenses feel too close to your eyes, you can use the included accessory to view from a bit further back. After putting on the goggles, you can easily adjust them to your head using the rear dial. Thanks to the black plastic on the sides, no light leaks in. We can now wirelessly stream the view from the goggles to a phone or tablet via the app, which is an awesome feature. Another feature is that the cameras on the front of the goggles allow you to see your surroundings without taking them off. You can activate this by double tapping the touchpad on the goggles or the dial on the motion controller. By enabling the Real View PIP setting in the Settings display section, you can see both drone's camera and your surroundings simultaneously. Switching from 2D to 3D activates both the right and left cameras, providing a more realistic view. In 2D, it shows the view from a single camera. For those who wear glasses like the previous model, you can adjust the diopters, and the diopter value are now displayed on the screen, making it easier to set. If your prescription is higher than 6, you can attach the included 2 diopters lenses to see up to 8 diopters. Thanks to the gyroscope in the goggles, you can control them with head movements. The goggles also have a defog feature, which when activated during hot weather or extended use, runs the fan at the highest level to prevent fogging. Additionally, the goggles can connect to the Mini 4 Pro and Air 3. Another feature is the new O4 transmission system, which offers a much higher transmission distance and quality. With the latest update, the 10-bit DLOG-M profile allows for much easier and more flexible color grading in the post-production. Additionally, the DLOG-M Assist feature, available only on the Goggles 3, helps achieve more accurate exposure settings when shooting in log. By the way, the Avata 2 film grade loot collection is 50% off for a limited time with the code Avata2. The link is in the description. For low light performance, it delivers great results at 800 ISO. With a GoPro at 800 ISO, you'd see noticeable noise. The battery life is listed as 23 minutes on paper, but in real-world flights, it's ranged between 13 to 16 minutes. When you first start flying the Avata 2, it begins in beginner mode, which you can easily turn off in the settings. The power accumulation feature found in the Air 3 is also available in the Avata 2's charging hub. Let's say your 3 batteries are at 10%, 15% and 20%, but you need to make one last flight and don't have any fully charged batteries. By long pressing the power button on the battery hub, the highest charged battery uses the others to charge itself, allowing you to make one more flight. An absolutely fantastic feature. Like the previous model, we have 3 stabilization options. 1. Rock Steady. The drone's built-in stabilization, so you don't need additional software to stabilize. 2. Horizon Steady. Stabilizes all horizontal movements for a completely level image. 3. Turn off stabilization, set the camera angle to white mode and use gyro flow with recorded gyro data to stabilize, as seen in all the footage you are watching. The turtle mode from Avata 1 is also available on the Avata 2. If you crash and the drone flips over, turtle mode helps you flip it back upright. The previous model had 20GB of internal storage, while the new model has 46GB, which is plenty, even without a memory card. When using the Motion Controller 3, thanks to the new Easy ACRO mode, we can select it by pressing the mini button on the goggles or the motion controller and use it in 3 different modes. We switch between modes by turning the dial on the motion controller. The first mode is slide mode, where we can move up, down, left and right directly using the joystick buttons. You can adjust the speed of this in the settings under the motion control section. The second mode is drift mode. In that mode, while pressing the trigger, you can direct the joystick right or left to make 180-degree turn and continue filming. If you encounter an emergency, you can press the stop button. Then press it again to resume filming. Lastly, in flip mode, moving the joystick right, left, forward or backward makes the drone flip in that direction. Pressing the mode button once switches between modes, while a long press initiates the return to home function. Additionally, you can use Easy Acro mode with the RC motion too. Speaking of negatives, friends, since this drone is a Cinewhoop, it comes with propeller guards. If you are filming in wide open areas or at high altitude, I would recommend 5-inch or 7-inch drones instead. This drone isn't very suitable for such environments. It's much better for crowded place, indoor or tight space. Another negative is 500 meter altitude limit. If you want to dive from a mountain, this altitude is very insufficient. The drone automatically stops and won't climb higher. Like the Avata one, during aggressive maneuvers, the drone experiences motor sync issues, causing momentary altitude loss because the motors can't perfectly balance. If you are close to the ground, this could lead to a crash, so I recommend being cautious. Another issue is that the field of view of the goggles camera is quite narrow, making it not very practical. A wide-angle camera would have been better here. For this reason, I don't use this feature at all. Unfortunately, we can't record at 25 frames per second. The lowest is 30 frames per second. I think they will add this with an update, but sadly it hasn't come yet. Another issue is that we can't shoot at 120 frames per second in 4:3 aspect ratio. Not being able to shoot slow motion in a vertical format that could go viral on Instagram is, in my opinion, a bad drawback. Speaking of the outer frame, it's not as sturdy as the previous model, so try to avoid crashes. The flips in Easy Acro mode are too fast for cinematic shots. They are only suitable for fun. So friends, in conclusion, if you are new to the FPV world, the DJI Avata 2 is definitely the best starter device. However, if you are an experienced FPV pilot, I recommend going for a custom Cinewhoop. Today I have shared the pros and cons of the DJI Avata 2 as objectively as I can. I create this content entirely my own means and unfortunately without any sponsors. So your support means everything to me. You can support me by liking the video, leaving a comment and subscribing to the channel. For drone footage collaboration requests, questions or suggestions, you can reach me via the email address below. On my Instagram page, I share all the details and surprises about upcoming videos. So follow me now not to miss anything. Take care of yourself. See you in the next video. Goodbye.